under the banner of, say, the World Social Forum, which says another world is possible. We're building that world piece by piece, a piece where children don't have to die of preventable diseases, a piece where everyone, including women, including girls, have the right to basic education, have the right to a standard of living that all of us would aspire to. So we hope to build this world one piece at a time, and our solidarity to those organizing in Australia, around the G20, and around the world on this issue.
Well, my name is Antonio Tricarico. I'm the coordinator of Campaign to Reform the World Bank, which is a coalition of Italian environmental NGOs, development association, and human rights groups. We've been working in Italy since 1996 on globalization issues, mainly targeting the international financial institutions. At the same time, we focus on the export credit agencies, which are national-based agencies which basically support multinationals in their investment in the south. Then we have the work on private banks, which is a new strand of work, very important. Most of the global finance is shifting towards private funding. If you like, the horizontal theme of our work is democratizing the overall investment agenda, which is still an agenda basically run by a sort of oligarchy, a few powers, quite remote, even superior to our own governments, and we're trying basically to break and bring back this agenda. It's a matter of reclaiming sovereignty, reclaiming democracy in this agenda. Well, I think we're simply aiming for it in a world where we counterbalance the existing powers. I think it has always been in history that powers tend to be very concentrated, run by few. We live in an era where the economy is the sphere where this concentration of power is happening, and I think we need to break it, and we need to build up alternative powers. That's simply what we need to do, which does not mean necessarily we need to go to the power in terms of conventional powers, but I think we need to get organized, reclaiming political space, being an effective counterpowers, able to limit the existing powers. I understand people in Australia gathering for an alternative summit and protest around the G20 and APEC summit. I'm quite confident that we're living big changes in today's world. I think we're contributing to this. We are still to the point that despite we are so strong and all over the world, in particular in the south, despite we start having even some governments in the south quite progressive, run by people who came from social movements, we're still not able to fill in the very big spaces we open in terms of political spaces. So I think this is the main challenge. Point we should strongly flesh out alternatives for shifting the debate. We should be able to lead more the agenda. We should be able to strongly challenge our own governments. I think we should organize further. I'm pretty convinced that today, for the first time also in the north, in rich countries, a lot of people who start living the impacts of neoliberal policies, they start wondering about the failure of globalization. The myth of globalism as a whole is in a dead-end road. So we have a potential audience out there to mobilize, to bring them on board. We need to understand how we need to better popularize a lot of the work we do. We need to be able to speak, even sometimes in different languages for people who are still far away from our perspectives. But I'm pretty sure we can get more people on board. So that's what we should do. It is a long way, but I'm very positive.
I'm Jehan Silva from Alyansa ng Nagkakaisang Lakas ng Kabataan. Alyansa is a community-based youth organization in the Philippines. We usually organize those young people in primary level, and especially those young people who can't afford to go to school, and we're campaigning for the education because I think as of this year, there are 14.6 million young Filipinos who can't go to school. Free education is really something that we need. We're not asking for any glamorous things, any glamorous stuffs. We're not asking for heavens. And it's really sad that if we're calling for an education for all in a protest, in the Philippines, we are violently dispersed, and we really think that we're not doing anything wrong. It's just we demand for our rights. I think we should organize and educate more and more young people, not to be as scholars of different universities, but not in the formal schools, but to feel that they're part of this world. And being one part of this world is if you see anything you don't like or anything bad that you don't like, we should change it. We should act. For the Australian, it's a pleasure that to hear that they're against what is the World Bank and the IMF is doing to the third world countries. It's something. It's for me. It's overwhelming when I see people in different countries, in different places that supports and extend their hands to help. It's like you don't have any borders. It's like you're not oceans apart because we're sharing the same struggles. And to their protest, I wish them good luck, and we're doing the same in the Philippines, and we are always willing to help in protests, like brainstorming ideas and making let's make this world a better place. Maybe it's kind of corny, but it's really something I really can't afford to lose.